John Force opens up about likely retirement after traumatic 2024 crash. The NHRA icon looks back on his life, healing journey, and deep passion for the sport that shaped his identity. John Force has represented the heart of drag racing for over 4 decades. With 157 national event wins, 16 NHRA Funny Car championships, and a personality as fierce as the nitro-fueled engines he drove, Force became one of the most recognizable names in motorsports history. But after a life-altering crash on June 23, 2024, at Virginia Motorsports Park, the 76-year-old icon is facing a new reality, one without a driver's seat. In an emotional interview aired 1 year after the crash, Force spoke with KTLA Sports anchor David Pingalore, sharing his most honest update yet about his health, recovery, and the future of his racing career. And while fans may still be hoping for one more ride, Force himself is beginning to accept that his time behind the wheel has likely come to an end. Probably too old to be driving. During the interview, Force candidly admitted that returning to competition may no longer be an option, not because of a lack of passion, but because of his age and ongoing health concerns. "I'm not sure if the doctors will ever clear me to race again, and honestly, I'm not sure I want to," Force said. "Even if I don't get back behind the wheel, and I probably won't, I still love this sport. I love NHRA, the fans, and going from town to town across the country. It's hard to let that go because it's been my entire life since high school." Though his physical recovery is mostly complete, Force revealed that the mental effect from the crash remained a serious hurdle. Diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury, TBI, he admitted, "Maybe the head never gets well." That stark statement reflects the struggle of a man who once seemed indestructible, now forced to deal with the fragility of age and the lasting impact of serious injury. "I'm good now, rehab is my mind." Force still shows glimpses of his signature humor and energy, joking about being coffeed up and wired up, as usual, traits that made him a fan favorite for years. But behind the jokes is a man grappling with the realities of memory loss, confusion, and the emotional weight of rehabilitation. He admitted to not remembering the crash, and even said he forgot that he turned 76 this year, thinking he was 66 until someone corrected him. He recalled the accident involved veteran driver Terry Haddock, but referred to him as a young kid, showing just how scattered and surreal his recovery has been. "People come in to his Yorba Linda shop and say he hasn't changed much, has he? But that's just how I've always been," Force said. "Now, the real rehab is in my mind. It's tough, and honestly, I was already a little messed up, both as a driver and as a person. Family first, always." Force credited his family for keeping him grounded and focused on getting better. "You got to get well," was their message, and Force is trying. But he also understands that being well enough to live a normal life doesn't necessarily mean he'll be well enough to race again. It's a hard truth for a man whose entire identity is tied to speed, competition, and the roar of funny cars. Yet, Force shows maturity and grace in how he's beginning to let go of that identity. Not with bitterness, but with gratitude. A legacy unlike any other. "I've had a career out here 70 years, he joked. Of course, his NHRA journey began in 1977. Not in kindergarten, but the statement reflects just how deeply racing is embedded in his soul. When asked why he kept racing well beyond the typical retirement age for drivers, Force responded, "I love driving, and it feels natural to me. Recovery's a little timely, but I get through it. I really love NHRA. I love racing with them. I love the fans." He summed it up with a humility that belies his incredible resume. "Nobody races this long. I consider myself the luckiest man alive." What comes next? Though John Force may never race at the Christmas tree again, his impact on the sport remains strong. His team, John Force Racing, still competes at the top tier. His legacy endures through his daughters, Ashley, Brittany, and Courtney, as well as the many young drivers motivated by his fearless spirit. He may not be chasing trophies anymore, but Force remains a champion in every sense of the word, battling through adversity, sharing his truth, and reminding fans that even legends are human. As NHRA continues to grow, It will do so forever in the shadow of a man who helped shape it into what it is today. John Force's racing days may be over, but his story and his impact are far from finished.